There was a constant rumble in the air, and my father sent me down into the cellar. It felt like several hours, but it was probably a few minutes. He came down not much later. When the roar of the monster filled the air and the door banged on its hinges, I put my face into my knees and I squished myself into the corner. As the debris brushed my arms and legs, I felt the heavy feeling of my father leaning over me, trying to say something to me as he protected my face and body. I couldn't make out his words, but the low hum of his voice and the storm was comforting. I knew as long as I heard that sound, everything would be okay.
Hello? Is this the one? Hello?
I don't know if I'm reaching anyone, but I'm trying anyway. My name is Suki Belcourt. I'm in Mammoth Cave in west central Kentucky. My coordinates are 37 degrees, 18 minutes, and 62 seconds north, and 86 degrees, 10 minutes, and 0 seconds west. I don't know if anyone can hear me out here, but it's a safe place from the storms. There's water nearby and access to food. This broadcast is for anyone who needs shelter. Come to Mammoth Cave. 37 degrees, 18 minutes, and 62 seconds north, and 86 degrees, 10 minutes, and 0 seconds west. Like the broadcast said, I'm Suki Belcourt. What else? I managed to survive the apocalypse so far, so this is lucky. I gained more than a few skills growing up, so I can make it a home out of any place and set up camp and survive. But Mammoth Cave is huge. It's the largest underground cave system in America. It feels so enormous and daunting, like I could get swallowed up whole. I got lost for a few hours when I first arrived. It's been a few weeks since the first broadcast, and I can get around pretty well now. I repeat the message at least twice a day, but I have yet to get a response from any survivor, so that means I'm out here all alone, or it's really, really hard to get to me, and I'm hoping the latter. It seems no one else is on this channel, and I've been speaking into the void for a while now. So I'm sitting at the entrance of Mammoth Cave, where I can get a signal before I have to go back down. It's bearable weather today. No winds or rains, just sun and a gross summer humidity. Like, there are bugs everywhere. Like, it's the kind of heat where there are a million bugs and they're always on you and you're always sticky all the time, and it sucks. But I prefer that to literally anything else that the world could throw at me. I am technically talking to myself right now, which is bad, but I don't necessarily feel like that when I talk into the radio, so this will have to do for now. It makes the days feel shorter, and I think that's helpful. I guess this is the start of a beautiful relationship. This is so weird. We sat huddled for hours, not moving from each other, as things banged and clattered around the room. Then all of a sudden, it stopped. It was dark when things finally ended. First, my father moved away, and I heard shuffling footsteps as he moved around the room, then the click of a flashlight. After hours of darkness, we looked around at the wreckage of our lives, devastated. The door from our storm cellar was torn off. Our things were all over the place. There were broken picture frames, and the roof was damaged. It was so hard to see our home like that. All the debris and glass everywhere, and then the flooding. It was so scary. We had to escape our home after hunkering down. It was awful. We lost family memories, our lives upended in a wild and insane storm. The world became devastated by nature. One day, it just rose up and attacked us. I mean, that is a dramatic way of putting it, but there's actual real science behind it. It started out slow at first, a few high-category storms here and there, and then it became frequent, everywhere. High-category hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, all over the world, and they got more powerful, like off the charts powerful. At some point, it was just wave after wave of disaster in Tornado Alley where I lived, hurricanes and earthquakes other places. It just kept coming. Rock slides and mudslides, it was relentless. It never stopped. That's redundant, but you get my point. There was a time when I waited for winter to come, and oh boy did it come. The winter freeze, it took out animals and people alike. Food was destroyed, whole populations of animals and species were eradicated. It was a total of 7 years like that. I call it the cataclysm, and I know that sounds corny, and I thought a cataclysm, I think, is an explosion and not what I just described. I'll come up with a new name. I'll think of something. I have all the time in the world to figure it out by myself. So. Oh shit.